Okay, this is 11 o'clock in the morning, and we were supposed to by now have about 6 inches of snow, and it has just started snowing. I have to go feed my birds because the feeders are getting a little low. But it's starting to come down now, if you can really tell. Well, hello. Today is Wednesday. I had to think for a minute. Yeah, Wednesday, because Amazing Race is on tonight. Wednesday, February 2nd, and we only have one birthday today. Not only, it's Laura Hall's birthday, and she says, "Excuse me, Sandy, it's not only, it's Laura's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Laura. Happy birthday to you." Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you have a great birthday, Laura. As you can see this morning, I showed you the little film clip of the big major blizzard of 2022 for my little area of the state. I think that the weathermen get so excited and get so overhyped about it. It's like it turns out to be a major disappointment for them because then they got to kind of eat crow. I never really thought we were... Last night when I went to bed, they were predicting between 9 and 13 inches for my area. I'll show you a clip at the very end. We might have 3 inches on the ground. Might. And it's like 7 o'clock right now. Oh, so overhyped. We were supposed to wake up this morning to at least 4 to 5 inches of snow on the ground. And then at noon, when we watched the noon forecast, they said, oh no, it's going to pick up and it's going to be dropping an inch an hour all the way up until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's not even snowing now. It's just, I am not complaining. Trust me, I am not complaining. But I just think it's kind of funny because they closed all the schools because there was supposed to be this big blizzard that was coming. All the stores were packed. People were lined up all down the aisles buying their food. And it was like a typical Michigan snowfall. It's no worse than any other snowfall we've had in the past. It's just the way it is. And like I say, I'm not complaining. You won't hear me complaining. Although the only time I love snow, I really do. But I really would like to have it more at Christmas time because I was watching, was it James Corden? And he said, everybody loves this. No, it wasn't James Corden. It was Stephen Colbert. He says, everybody loves the snow right up until Christmas. And then they don't want to be bothered by it. Because it's like the holidays. You just like snow. It just puts you more in the holiday mood, I guess. But anyway, so... Jim and I worked on the puzzle today, and I'll show you how we're coming along on that. And then we've already ordered another puzzle. It's a kitchen, a 50s kitchen, like with a mother making cookies in the kitchen type of thing. So just a different little bit thing, a little bit more colorful. This one was very challenging. The antlers on the deer were driving us up the wall because it was so hard to do the antlers. And then Jim was making fun of me because he said that the antler was going sideways. And I go, he's got one antler going sideways. And then we looked at the picture and I was right. Of course I was right. So we're gonna work, and we worked on that today. And then for dinner, I weighed out my meat. I thought, you know what? It's so hard to buy burger around here. I mean, I got some from the butcher box, but I think we've used it all. I don't have any more left in the freezer. I have a delivery coming, I think in 3 weeks, something like that. But anyway, I wanted to have burgers, so I weighed it out. And the burger I got was the 90-10. The 95, and I paid $10 for a pound of 90-10 burger. Although, if I went out to eat, I got 3 burgers out of it because I weighed them and they were each, one of them was a little bit more, but they were 5 ounces each, and then one was like 6 ounces. But Jim had the bigger 6-ounce one. But I got 3 burgers for $10. I'm not going to go to a restaurant and get 3 burgers for $10. I look at it that way, but I remember there was a time when you could get like a pound of 90-10 beef for about $5. Those days are long gone, I think. I don't think they'll ever come back to that. But So I had the burger, and then I had the onion roll, which was 5 points, but it was so good. And then I had the little lettuce and tomato. I didn't even put any dressing or anything on it. I just ate it like that. I don't like lettuce and tomato on a burger. I'm kind of funny that way. I like lettuce, I like tomato, but I don't like it on a burger. But I'll eat it on the side. And the silly thing is, I'll take a bite of my hamburger, and then I'll take a bite of the lettuce and the tomato. So I'm basically having it on my burger, but I'm just odd that way. I guess I'm just an oddball. And then Jim was supposed to go to Jimmy's house tomorrow to wait for the drywall to be delivered. And so he was going to be sitting at the house for 4 hours with nothing to do because he has electricity, but he has no internet. So Jim was thinking, what am I going to do? And then Jimmy called and said that the drywaller called and said that, because back then that's when they thought that the weather was going to be so bad, could he just drop the stuff off this afternoon because they didn't want to be out on the roads tomorrow morning. And Jimmy was going to be at the house anyhow, so it worked out perfectly, so Jim doesn't have to go, which I was a little worried about that because if we did really get all the snow like they said, it would have been kind of a treacherous drive. And Jim, he would have drove like a maniac. I know Jim. I know who he is. So it's just better that he's just staying home now because the schools were closed anyhow. There wasn't going to be school for his district today because it was some kind of a teachers conference thing, and so the kids weren't going to go to school today anyhow. But they really could have went today. Where Alyssa goes, they were going to go a half a day, but then they changed it because it was supposed to be so bad in the morning, and then it didn't. Although when I'm looking at the weather on TV tonight, it does look like the Ohio Valley. So Sue over at Sue Slims Down and Sparkling Susan, although I think she's still in Minnesota, but I think they got the brunt of the storm down there, which they're in a valley, so they tend to get it more often than me anyhow. And then, my theme for today was to dream, and my quote for breakfast I didn't write it out the right way because it kind of seemed like I didn't think that dreams come true, and that's the way I interpreted it when I was going back looking at the video because I was trying to put my clips together. And no, I really do think dreams can come true, but you got to work at them. I mean, you can't just dream something and think it's going to happen. Like I said, Jimmy's dream his whole life was to build his own house. And now he's building his own house. He told me from when he was a little boy going around the neighborhood gathering up people's junk so he could build a fort in the backyard that he was going to build his own house one day. And I would say, you keep dreaming. I would never tell my children that they couldn't accomplish anything that they tried out for. And I always encouraged them because I always said, yes, you're going to do it one day. I know you'll do it one day. And he's doing it. And I'm so proud of him. I really am. And it's just, he is so happy. He is so tired. But he's also so happy because his dream is coming true and he's sticking with it. And he never gave up on it. Just like I'm never giving up on my dream of reaching my goal. I've adjusted my goal since I've started. When I first started, my goal was just to get to 170 pounds. My goal now is just to get to under 200, just to get into Wonderland. I'm 195. I'd be happy with 195. I really would. But just dreaming it's not going to make it happen. I have to follow through with a plan. So that's what I'm going to be doing, following through with my dream, following through with my plan. And my kids encourage me as much as I've encouraged them growing up because everything that they've set out to do, a lot of things are difficult. And you know what? Nobody's a success at everything that they do the first time around. You know, you have quite a bit of failures in your life. But if you don't learn from them, then you really are a failure. But if you learn from your mistakes and figure out what you did wrong, it's not to say that you're not going to repeat that same mistake again. Here's a perfect example. I've repeated that mistake more than once. But I pride myself in the fact that I don't give up. I practice what I preached. I always told my children, you work hard and you will accomplish much. And I really do think I will accomplish this. I don't have a doubt in my mind. It's going to take me a while, a lot longer than I had originally planned when I joined. But I'm going to persevere through the whole thing. I'm going to get there. I just know I'm going to get there. But so anyway, I'm going to watch The Amazing Race tonight. And I watched a show on Netflix which was it was dubbed, which I don't really like dubbed movies, and I really kind of thought it was a little far-fetched. I didn't think it was real, so then I read up on it, and yes, it was real. It was about the Holocaust, about Anne Frank, and it's on Netflix, and it's called My Best Friend Anne Frank, and it's about the two girls, Anne Frank and her best friend, that they'd known each other since kindergarten, and when Anne Frank went into hiding, she thought that they had escaped to Switzerland, and so she thought that she was safe. She didn't know that she was hiding. And then when the Nazis came in and, sent them to prison, or to the, not to prison, to the concentration camps, it turned out that they were at the same concentration camp, although Anne Frank was on the worst end of it, because I guess her friend's father was in, like, I don't understand it. It was like they were in the better part of it. Not that they, not that there was a better part. I shouldn't say it like that. It wasn't as cruel where they were. I mean, it was just as cruel, but not as cruel as like Anne Frank's side. And she found out through talking to her through the fence that she was on the other side of this fence in the concentration camp. And so I thought, that just seems so far-fetched. And so I read up on it, and it was true. And it is based on a true story. And if you get a chance to check it out, I thought it was good. The dubbing, I don't think they did a really good job on the dubbing. But the story really piqued my interest. It really did. I am a big, I love documentaries. I love to study history, because I really I do believe that if you don't study history, you're doomed to repeat it. And so you just have to know the awful, awful things, although it's not pleasant. It's not pleasant at all. But I think that you need to have something like that hit you in the face sometimes, just to realize that don't ever take anything for granted, because I'm sure the Jews in Europe didn't really think that it was going to be as bad as it was. And then it did. It did get to be the worst thing ever in all humanity. And so, I don't know. I know I'm getting kind of not like a downer there, but it was a good documentary. Like I said, I love to watch documentaries, and I want to learn from them. So, okay, I'm going to end it now. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share. Think somebody might like to see it. Let's get a peek at what I ate today, and also the puzzle, how I did on the puzzle today, and the final recap for today on the big blizzard of 2022 here in Michigan. Okay, I'm going to start getting my vegetables in again this week. So we're going to have a fruit and vegetable tray with some tea. Today is Wednesday, February 2nd. My quote is, dreams don't work, you need a plan. For breakfast, it's 0 for my fruit, my veggies, my tea, and my egg. 3 points for my 3 Nanan breads, and I have 3 tablespoons of dip because I have 2 for my vegetables and 1 on my Nanan bread, so it's 5 points. So it's 8 points. So there's the breakfast. And there's our major snowfall coming. It's not that. And it's 2:15. So I don't see us getting as much snow as they say we're supposed to get, but time will tell.
Hello.
Well, we finished our puzzle.
What's up?
Pretty cool.
What?
You do not have to be here for the drywall tomorrow.
What?
Dinner, I'm going to have some lettuce and tomato and a hamburger. It is a 16-point dinner, 5 for the bun, 2 for the cheese, 9 for the burger. It's 5 ounces of the for the burger, and 0 for my veggies and tea. So I used 1 of my weeklies, so now I have 18 left. Okay, 7 o'clock. That's our extent of our big blizzard of 2022.